We back outside, baby. We back outside. So today, y'all, we're gonna be growing us some potatoes. Yo, you already know, man, it's nature water fishing. You know we gotta do it like this every single time. All right, y'all, so it's that season, man. It's still a little cold outside, but we gotta start getting our potatoes ready. So last year, we actually started late with our potatoes. Potatoes actually take about 8 to 9 months to grow. So we trying to start early, you know what I'm saying? Get the year kicking off early. So we got our baby potatoes. So I got some rusted potatoes right here, and then I got some baby red potatoes right here. So last year we actually grew some potatoes and they ain't really do too good, you know what I'm saying? Because we had bug problems. We was growing them on the ground. The bugs was tearing them up, and I ain't really had that much knowledge on growing potatoes. But this year I got a little bit more experience from last year, and I did some more research. So I feel like this year we could pull it off, like we're growing a lot of more potatoes than we did last year. So I got everything. I got some fabric pads that we're gonna be amending the soil. So I'm gonna be taking all that dirt out them fabric pads, and then we're gonna amend the soil with some blood meal, some regular fertilizer, and some bone meal. So we're gonna dump all of them all of that dirt out them fabric pads, and then we just gonna amend all of that soil. So I got some new pots, well not pots, but I got some new bags that I'm gonna be growing the potatoes in. It's actually 10 gallon. I think they 10 or 15 gallon bags that we're gonna be growing in. They actually bigger than those bags that we grew in last year. So we're gonna be actually growing them in some other type bags. They like tarp type bags. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they better than last year bags and stuff. And then the cool part about it, you could check on the potatoes, like you could flip up the little flap and see if they growing and stuff. So we got everything over here, man. So the only thing we really need to do is flip all this dirt out. We got a little tarp right there that we're gonna flip it out on, and we're gonna try to break everything up in it, and then we're gonna mend it with some more fertilizer and some more, you know what I'm saying, beneficial bacteria and all of that stuff that they need in there. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, start getting these potatoes ready so we could get to planting. All right, y'all, let's get to it. All right, y'all, so this is what we about to do. So we got our little top right here that we got folded out. Got our nutrients, all three of our nutrients. It's our regular fertilizer, our bone meal. We got some blood meal. So what we're gonna do is go ahead, flip all these bags, flip these jumps just like that. Then we got us a little shovel, so you know what I'm saying, we can move it around, you know what I'm saying, real easy. So we're gonna flip this jump right here too. Bam. So we got that jump flip. And what we're gonna do, watch out, lad, watch out. What we're gonna do is break it up just like that. Make sure y'all can see, you know what I'm saying. Let me move y'all over here a little bit so y'all can see. And so what we're gonna do, move that down a little bit just like that. Bam, there we go. So what we're gonna do, go ahead and break up the soil just like that. And so what we're gonna be amending it with, we got some blood meal right here. We're gonna be amending it with some blood meal. No, I said blood meal. We got some bone meal. It's the bone meal. So go ahead and put the bone meal in there. Yes, sir. All right, not too much, but just enough. So we got that bone meal. So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and mix that thing up. Make sure you mix it up real good. You know what I'm saying? Get it all in there. Make sure you mend all this soil, because this old soil from last year, and most of the nutrients were stripped out from all the other plants. So we wanna make sure we put that nutrients right back in the soil. So mix it up real nice and good, just like that. All right, so now we're gonna get some regular fertilizer. And then we're gonna sprinkle it right in there. Just like that. Just like that. Bam. Go ahead and mix it right up. Make sure you mix it up in there good. Sometimes we gotta flip it like this a little bit. Make sure you get it all in there. See, sometimes people be, you know what I'm saying, rebuying soil, you know what I'm saying, taking all of their soil out, throwing it away and stuff, and rebuying the soil. Nah, man, you don't gotta do all of that. Once you buy the soil, all you do is gotta buy, you know what I'm saying, some nutrients and stuff to re-amend the soil, to bring it back alive. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to do. The soil still good. Just gotta re-amend it. So go ahead and mix that up. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some of this blood meal. It's the blood meal right here. I messed up the first time. I said the bone meal was the blood meal. So this the blood meal right here. So we're gonna add some of that blood meal. Bam. Go ahead, close this up so we won't spill it. Then we're gonna go ahead and mix that thing up. Mix it right up. Bam. Put it all in there. Yes, sir. So now, once we get everything mixed up, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and start throwing it in the bags. But see, we're gonna do something different with these potatoes. We're gonna put a little dirt in it first, and then we're gonna sit the potatoes in there, then we're gonna put a little bit more dirt on it, and then we're gonna leave it alone. And once the potatoes start growing, we're gonna keep putting dirt on top of it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna grow in stages and levels, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all though. It's more harder to explain, but easy to show. So let's finish mixing this up, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of soil. So imagine people throwing this all the way, and then all they do is gotta re-amend it, put some more nutrients in it. Re-amend it and put some more nutrients in it. Yes, sir. Look at that. All right. So now that we got all of that mixed up, now we're about to start throwing it in the bags. So let's start throwing it in the bags. All right, y'all. So now we got everything mixed up. Now we're gonna go ahead and start throwing the dirt in our bags. But we're not gonna fill it all the way up. We're just gonna fill it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Then we're gonna start putting our potatoes in it. So we're gonna fill it up just a little bit. Hold on. Just to cover, you know what I'm saying, most of the bottom. Bam. Bam. All right. So that one, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let's get a little bit more. Bam. Oh, one more scoop. Bam. All right. So that's halfway filled right there. So that one halfway filled. Now we're going to halfway fill this one. Let's take our rock out. I put a rock in there so the bag won't fly away. So let's go ahead. Fill this one up a little bit. Bam. Bam. Go ahead, give it a little jiggle. Fill this one up. There we go. Yes, sir. One more. Now we probably need, about two more. Two more, you know what I'm saying? Make sure the whole bottom covered. Bam, all right. So now we got these joints halfway filled. Let's put them to the side, and I'm gonna show y'all how they looking. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all wanna do the same thing, y'all know how to do it. So we got them halfway filled. Now, let me show y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all how we gonna do this. All right, y'all, so this how we looking with the bags halfway filled, you know what I'm saying? So now that we got them halfway filled, what we gonna do is go ahead, you know what I'm saying, smooth it out a little bit, smooth it out a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is set the potatoes right on top. So we probably put like 4 potatoes right on top, and then we're gonna cover it with dirt. So as the potatoes start to grow, we just gonna keep on layering it with dirt, you know what I'm saying? So it can grow in stages. So we'll probably have some potatoes right there, right here, right here, and right here. So every time the potatoes will grow, we're gonna layer it with dirt. So we probably not gonna use all this dirt. We might not, but let me show y'all how we gonna do this. All right, y'all, so our first potatoes we're gonna be planting is our baby red. So we got 5 seeds. So basically 5 potatoes that we could plant. Got these young from Walmart, $3.46. You can't beat that for 5, you know what I'm saying, 5 seeds, you know what I'm saying? Then they already start sprouting up a little bit, so it's gonna be easy for them things to start, you know what I'm saying, taking off. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is pop this bag open. Go ahead, pop this off. Go ahead, open that thing. And let's go ahead and get our seeds out. They starting to fall in the bag already. Okay, this one's stuck. God, can't get the potato out the bag. Oh, it started growing. Look, the roots start growing through the junk. All right, so that's how the potatoes gonna look. Damn, I'm dropping them. So we got 5 potatoes all together. This how they gonna look, just like that. So these the roots and stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set them in the bag. So hold on, let me get the camera so y'all can see. We're gonna set them in the bag just like this. Got 1 potato right here, had 1 right here. Move the bag a little bit so y'all can see. Probably had 1 right here, just like that. And then put another one like right there, but we need to make sure we spread them out nice and even, just like that. Not too hard. Potatoes not that hard to grow. So just like that. And then now what we're gonna do, let me show y'all. This how they gonna look. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and cover it with some dirt. So we're gonna get some dirt, start covering it up, just like that. Get some dirt, start covering it up, just like that. Get and dirt, start covering it up. And as it start growing, we just gonna keep layering it with dirt. You know what I'm saying? So we can have this whole bag full of potatoes. So we're not gonna fill up the whole bag just yet. We're gonna fill it up as it grows. Yes, sir. Bam, just like that. Just like that. Make sure you fill it, you know what I'm saying, most of the way. You wanna cover them potatoes up. Bam. All right, so now we got our potatoes covered. Now we're gonna move on to the rusteds. All right, y'all, so these is our rusted potatoes. We got them from Walmart too, non-GMO, and we gonna do the same thing. We got 5 seeds, and what we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go ahead and pop these things open, just like that. Go ahead and tear the bag open. Bam. And they give us 5 of these rusted potato seeds too. They don't start growing in the bag. Look at that. Look at them roots taking off. Let's go ahead and pull them out. So these is our rusted potato seeds. Get it off the bag. And so this how they look. You see them roots? So it's gonna be easy for them things to take off too. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna sit on 5, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom. And then we just gonna layer it as it grows. So we're gonna do the same thing. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and sit our potatoes just like that. Bam. Bam. Move this over a little bit. Add that one like that. That one like that. We're gonna do the same thing. Let's move it over. So we can go ahead and put our dirt in. Go ahead, cover it up. We're gonna cover it up all the way up to the top. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, cover it as it grows. Same thing with the rusteds. Same thing. Let's get this junk laid better. Go ahead, cover it up. Cover up the whole potato. And as they start growing, you're just gonna keep covering it. So we can have levels of potatoes. This whole bag gonna be full of potatoes. Yes, sir. Bam. Cover it up. Make sure it's nice and covered. You don't see no potatoes? I don't. All right, so that's good. So now they all done covering the potatoes. Now the only thing we gotta do is water these things. Hey y'all, so we done planting the potatoes. So I set them on the stand, set the bags on the stand, and this how we looking, man. So these the red potatoes right here. I gotta get my girl to make us a tag. And then these the rusted potatoes right here. So as they start growing, we just gonna, you know what I'm saying, fill them up. So the only thing we gotta do, y'all, right now is water these things, get them nice and watered so we can get them to start taking off. But yeah, man, we got our potatoes going. So we got our red babies, we got our red rusted. So yeah, man, potatoes not that hard to grow, man. So if you try to grow you some potatoes, go ahead, get it done. But as you can see, it's not that hard. Then I'll probably do a mixed bag of potatoes. So it has some rusteds and then has some baby reds and see how that, you know what I'm saying, go. That'll be a little experiment. But yeah, man, got the potatoes planted, y'all. So let's go ahead and water these things and wrap it up. Now it's time to water them things. So I had to get me a little new hose, y'all, because my other hose broke. So my girl was trying to tell me that's a better hose to get because the joint, it like shrink back up when you want to fold it and stuff. And then it's easier, you know what I'm saying, to control. You know how them other little hoses be all over the place and all of that stuff. And look how easy this is, you know what I'm saying, to control. I could walk with this. And this, I think it's about 50 feet. So I got my little new hose. So I'm about to go ahead and hook it up. Hold up. Let me see how to first hook this on up first. I think I use this part right here. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, untwist this, bam, hook this on up to here. Like that, bam. Nice and tight. Get it right. So this don't be squirting all in my face. Make sure it's nice and tight. Bam. Alright. So now we're gonna hook this part up to the nozzle, to the other part. Hold up. This shit untangled. Let me see. Let me get our action going. So let's go ahead and hook this thing up so we can go ahead and water our potatoes. Y'all, so we got everything hooked up. Now it's time to water these things. Let's go over there and water our potatoes. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and water these potatoes. Oh. The hose kind of broke, y'all. I don't know what happened. It's like it's hose in the hose. Like, I just bought this hose. How is it hose in the hose? All through this junk, but we're gonna still get our potatoes nice and watered. Yes, sir. Get them things nice and water, nice and wet. Let's go ahead and get this one again. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And there we go. Some things nice and water. Yes, sir. Some things watered. Now we all done. So yeah, y'all, that's how you plant potatoes. So we got some baby reds and we got some rusteds. Let me give y'all one more last look so y'all can see how it's looking. So if you want to grow you some potatoes, you could do the same thing. This how we looking, y'all, with them things nice and watered. Yes, sir. So as the potatoes start growing, what we're gonna do is just keep filling it up. The whole bag gonna be filled by the time that we done. What we trying to do is have every, you know what I'm saying, level, you know what I'm saying, filled with potatoes. So this part gonna be filled with potatoes, then we're gonna stack some more dirt, and then that part gonna be filled with potatoes, then we're gonna stack some more dirt, then that part gonna be filled with potatoes. Next thing you know, this whole bag gonna be filled with potatoes. So as they start growing, we just gonna keep filling, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, our baby reds and our rusteds. That's how you plant you some potatoes. That's how you plant you some potatoes. But yeah, y'all, soon these things gonna be popping non-stopping. But potatoes take about 8 to 9 months. So we won't really be pulling these things until like 8 to 9 months. But yeah, as they start growing, we just gonna keep on stacking the dirt on top of it so we can have the whole bag filled with potatoes. So right now it's half of the bag. And once they start growing, we're gonna fill it up a little bit more. And once they grow a little bit more, we're gonna fill it up a little bit more. It's like we trying to potato stack. So we trying to have the whole bag filled. Something new that I'm trying to try. Cause last year didn't really do too good, but it did good. We got a good harvest, but not a big harvest. But yeah, man, that's how you plant you some potatoes. So hopefully this year we have a bag full of potatoes. But yeah, man, y'all already know it's Nature Water Fish. Y'all know I gotta do it like this every single time. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that like button, cause we gonna have some videos dropping crazy, man. It's about to be my season. Well, it's already my season. So, you know, it gives me a reason to be outside. So y'all already know it's Nature Water Fish. We gotta do it like this every single time. Hit that subscribe button and that like button. And yeah, man, I'm out. Grow you some potatoes, baby.